What's up, guys? It is Will here, back again for another episode of Collector's Mingle. Tonight we got a great show for you guys with an amazing panel. We're going to talk about Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and it is actually going to be spoiler territory. So we're going to get into heavy spoilers, so just a heads up on that. I'll give you guys another spoiler warning before we get into the nitty-gritty of everything, but we're going to go over that. We're going to go over also the Attack of the Clones line. We're going to talk about other figures that we want to see here and there. We're going to talk about the in-art Gandalf, and of course, even a Mother's Day topic. Talk about some in-stock figures. It's going to be a lot of good stuff, so just hang around right around the corner. Yo, look at this amazing panel. And this ain't even everybody, because Cam's collection without an apostrophe, he's going to be here. He doesn't collect Yu-Gi-Oh, but he's going to be here. And then Optical is going to be here. He should be anyway. You never know with Optical. He's unpredictable. He's a wild card. He's a wild card. But before we address the chat real quick, let's address the panel. Dean the Dream, how you doing, bro? I know you just ate a taco from Jack in the Box. How you feeling, man? Your stomach feeling okay?
Good. Yeah, I was like, bro, I got to eat before the stream because we're going to start talking, and it'll be several hours before I get to eat something. So, yeah, dude.
Was it worth it at least?
Jack in the Box.
Oh, 100%.
See, Leo, we don't have Jack in the Box here in Maryland. I don't know. I've never been to one.
We don't have.
Do you
one
have
here,
them in
bro.
like Pennsylvania or anywhere like that?
Nah, we don't have one here, but there is one in the there's one in North Carolina, I know that much, and then there's one out in Cali. But they're everywhere but here, bro.
Yeah.
They're
Like the
everywhere
East
but
Coast,
here.
we don't have shit.
They're on
like
like
that.
every corner here.
You're not missing
Yeah.
out on this, as I said before. And as we were saying,
Hugo,
in the
don't
back,
break Dean's heart, bro. You know that.
no, as we were saying in the back room, I mean, it is a dangerous gamble by going with any of that. It is a highly toxic substance to be putting into your body. Do not advise against it, or I do advise against it.
You do advise against it.
I'm vegan anyway, so it just doesn't really work for
You
me.
could technically eat the tacos. They're made with soy. I don't know what they're fried in, but
It would be
He's trying to
dangerous
get me.
because we all
You
suffer
can
from the
take-
same stomach issues. So it's
Oh, hell yeah.
But Dean, thanks so
That's
much for
right.
joining, man. Lael, how you doing today,
What's up?
man?
Man, I'm ready to go to war, but yeah, I'm excited.
This will be fun.
This is gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope because I'm really excited. It's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. All mothers. If there are mothers watching
Applause to
this,
you.
man. Happy Mother's Day to you guys. It's been a trivial week, bro, because Kiko, let me tell you what I went through real quick, bro, because I know you're here. So I originally had Disney tickets on order. So basically I was going to Disney, but I picked the wrong effing park, right? So I didn't pick the right park. I didn't know that until I looked at the receipt and looked at everything under the app. So I contacted Mario. Mario, he was like, yeah, that's not the right one, but you can get the park hopper. I was like, all right, cool. I waited to get the park hopper. I went in to try to do it, and they denied me because of everything that was going on, and everything was booked up already, so they wouldn't let me get it. I was like, what? My cousin calls me up and was like, you know what? Don't worry about it. Cancel your tickets, get a refund. I'll get you some free tickets. Not a problem. All right, cool. I should have thought about it. I should have really thought about it, but I was like, you know what? All right, cool. Don't worry about it. He calls me back 2 days later, bro. I'm sorry. I can't get it because races that week, and they're anticipating a larger crowd, so they wouldn't give us the free tickets that we get with the government. I'm like, shit. All right. I was shit out of luck. The only ticket that I could have actually gotten at that point would have been Sunday, which would have been the last day. Something told me on Friday, by the grace of God, something told me to look in. It was like, you know what? Just go back and check and just to see. Lord behold, Disney opened up tickets for every single day that I'm going to be there that week. So I managed to get tickets. I was happy and managed to actually get, with the help of my guy Sean, managed to get Disney After Dark on Friday night.
I will be there with you, my brother.
My man, that's what I'm talking about. So I cannot wait. I'm so excited to be my first experience, and I'm so excited. I cannot wait for it, bro. I'm so hyped.
Well, I'm just going to go ahead and say, spoiler alert for that evening. As you know, Order 66 Junkie, Dave Shaw, and I will be at Celebration as well.
Yes.
And I'm trying my best to control the substances that is going to be flowing and going on that weekend. So by the time we get there Friday night, I hope you see me earlier on in the week because I'm not for sure what's going to be happening on Friday night. But I cannot wait to be there with you, my man.
Bro, I cannot wait. I'm so hyped. I'm excited about it. It's gonna be fun. But I'm managed to get those. And then guess what happened to me today, Will?
What?
Well,
did you unbox Pennywise?
No. Friday night, I get an email by ReedPop. Yes, early tickets, pre-sale tickets for New York Comic Con will be Sunday.
Shit. Okay. Sunday?
Fucking Sunday, bro, today.
Oh, they're today? Oh shit. Well, I wouldn't be able to get those, right?
Yeah, no, you got to wait until, if you didn't already pre-register, then you'll actually have to wait until they release them to the public.
Okay.
Which you'll get an email and stuff like that for that. But yeah, pre-sale tickets went on sale today, and I was effed because I'm like, that's another $300 and something I have to shell out for those tickets because it's an annual thing. We do it every year. So yeah, Kiko, and it was Mother's Day too, bro.
Cherry on top, bro.
Anyway, glad to be here. That was my story.
Yeah, man. Well, I definitely want to go to New York Comic Con. So that isn't it in October?
October.
Okay, yeah.
First week of October, yeah.
Yeah, so, dude, I definitely want to go to that one for sure. So, Kiko, how you doing tonight, man? You don't seem intoxicated at all.
No. This we started off the gate, when I started jumping on your shows and your streams, we had a really bad track record of having drunk heavily and early in the day. But I am good, mainly because this weekend I am heading out for a family vacation. So I'm trying to work the alcohol out of the system, get the best bod, we can possibly go. So I'm in good spirits, good morale today, good headspace. So we're looking good. We're happy about that, man. What's up?
Yeah, man. Well, happy to have all you guys here. It's going to be a blast. We're going to talk about a lot of cool stuff. But before we get into that, let's address the chat real quick. Xander started the show before we even began, actually, with a super chat. Thanks so much, Xander. $6.99 super chat. Thanks for the great content, Will. You rock. Appreciate it, man. As always, it's because I have awesome panel members here that make the show run. So appreciate you, Xander. It really does mean a lot, man. So let's address the rest of the comments in the chat here. There are a bunch to go through, but Borg Cube 1 of 2. Haven't seen you here before, but good evening. Happy to have you. I love the username. Maniac UK, hold my balls. There it is. Wanda OP. Wanda is. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. Jazzy, let's go. Doc Nader said Doctor Strange 2 was the most metal MCU movie. Howdy, y'all. Awesome, man. Mad makes that Gandalf is 100% getting picked up, but this guy's such a grail. Dude, we'll talk about that too. Nefty007, what's up, everyone? Mike Fiala with his caps. Always here. He just holds down the cap or the exclamation point button and just runs through every time through the chat. Sean Forrester, evening all. Looking forward to the stream. Linda, president of the Pennywise fan club, as I always reference her. Let's see. Ebu127. Ebu, good to see you. How's everyone doing? Excited for the panel? Yeah, got an awesome panel here tonight. Angel, hello. Ashley Chase, Ash, always love hearing from Ash. Nicolio, the great and powerful. Denim, yeah, man. Rocking the denim. I have 8 of them, so I might as well pull one of them out every now and then. Marco Polo. Joe Augustin, what's up, peeps? AJ Agarusa, Angel, let's see here. AJ Agarusa again, Sean Forrester, Jack in the Box left the Midwest after some food poisoning issues decades ago. Oh, well, Dean, I hope you're all right. You're probably fine.
What the fucking no.
Dean, bro, I feel bad, man.
You're fine, bro.
I think maybe I've grown an immunity. Maybe that's
food poisoning doesn't phase you at all, Dean.
No,
Dean got an iron stomach, bro.
I know. Ryan's Horizon said, hey, Will, Dean, Leon, Kiko, hope everyone is going well. Celebration way too close now. Yeah, it's coming up, man, for these guys, so it's going to be fun. Let's see. First, Lokage 92. What's up, y'all? Kiko in the house himself. I forgot to highlight him on Friday, so I'm highlighting him in the panel and on this show. Fig Fate. What's happening, everyone? Mr. McPickle, Big Blue. Linda said virtual hug. Yo, Bob Dylan Minglers. Brandon South said, where's that tongue at? Dean's going to get to it. All right, and then... let's see. Fig Fate is a show spoiler free. Bow out. Windman. Carlos said, shave your beard. Never, bro. Carlos, you get the buzzer, bro. You know this. Carlos gets the buzzer. So I'm growing the. I'm getting past the struggle beard phase. So I'm gonna keep it rolling. I'm gonna look like Kratos before long. Mr. Pickle win his celebration. It's the 20th. Is that right?
25th.
25th. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Or 26 actually.
Of
right
this
in
month?
middle of week. Yeah, like 2 weeks away.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a couple weeks away. Cobra's collection. What's up?
Really
What's up?
wanted to go.
CT
Maybe
603 Happy
year.
Sunday. You still can, Dean. I think Kinky Sphincter said, WillFoxification, my sexy feetification. Thanks so much, Kinky Sphincter. Appreciate it, man.
That is one hell of a user. That's one hell of a username.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. So let's go ahead and address the first topic of the evening. the elephant in the room, the elephant in the multiverse, if you will. So we need to talk about Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and we got to go into spoilers, I feel like. So if you have not seen the film yet, there's a big spoiler warning right on the screen for you. We're going to go into spoilers because everyone in this panel has seen the film. It came out Thursday or Friday for most people, so it had a couple days. If you haven't seen it, check out for now and then come back later after if you don't want anything spoiled for you, because we are definitely going to spoil this. So let's see. Dean, I kind of want to start with you just because you and I talked about this a little bit on Friday.
Yeah.
And I'm interested to hear what Kiko and Lael say because I kind of know where they're going with it already, but I think you're the more wild card here, and I think how you're going to approach this. So what did you think about Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness? Like, what are your overall thoughts on it?
I really enjoyed it. I don't think it's I don't think it's one of the strongest films in the MCU. Like, I wouldn't put it with Civil War, and Infinity War, but it's up there, like an 8. I'm at like an 8 with it right now. I'm shocked that this did not get a rated R warning. Rated R. It felt like it could have been part of The Boys on Amazon. If you've watched The Boys, it's not as bloody, but
that's a great call out.
They do some wild stuff in this movie with the Illuminati scene, bro. I was shooketh, bro.
Shooketh.
Because earlier in the movie, Wanda says, like, I'm being reasonable to Doctor Strange because, so I don't want to go too heavy in the spoilers, but I'll talk about, And when you see her be unreasonable, dear God.
Yeah.
I was...
It's borderline sexy, to be honest.
Totally calm. Yeah, dude. For real. Dude, Wanda, they really show you that if she had wanted to fucking kill Thanos, she could have done it like that. I do think she needed to do WandaVision to tap into that power. That whole story arc. But man, it pays off in a big way. I felt like Doctor Strange was more of like he's kind of like a side character in this movie because it's really all about Wanda. It's almost like, like Star Wars is about Darth Vader, even though you don't see him very much in the original trilogy. It's kind of like this.
It's a good comparison.
It's like you're following Doctor Strange, but it's really about Wanda. And dear God, this movie was fun. It was a fun movie, shocking, really, really hitting those horror vibes, bro. When they're running from her after the Illuminati, they're
that
like
sewer
going
scene
into
was
these
fantastic.
tunnels, dude. Holy shit,
bro.
There's the one scene that actually made me jump out of my seat.
There's a legit jump scare in the middle.
Yeah,
of the
they
sewer.
go to that temple and they're like lighting the fires, and then like a fucking like demon goes out of nowhere. It scared the shit out of me. Oh man, it was. I was not expecting this movie to be this different, and I loved it.
Every single bit of it.
Yeah, it was. I really enjoyed the discussion because I only watch the movies. I don't read the comics. So the discussion we were having off air between Kiko and Liao was really good, and I felt like they made some good points. But coming from someone who doesn't read the comics, I guess maybe I'm ahead of the game because they were, like I said, they were making some good points. So I want to hear them kind of go at it right now.
Yeah. Okay.
But
well, Kiko.
Loved it.
Okay. So Kiko, what do you think, bro, about this Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness? Because I have yet to hear your full thoughts on this. So you have the floor.
I do. And once again, Lale, feel free to jump in at any moment. But I think you and I are on the same brainwave. So I will go ahead and give you my official score. 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Okay.
I will give you my top 5 Marvel movies written right here. We have.
Let me do
the reveal. Oh, sorry. Okay, let's see if we can do the reveal. All right. I believe Infinity War to this date is the best Marvel movie thus far.
I'm with you.
We have Civil War, number 2, and also it's not by spectacle. We're going by implications as well. That's the way I kind of rate with my rating. So we have Infinity War, Civil War, Endgame. Okay, a finality to a lot of those.
Mhm.
Winter Soldier, and number 5, is it ironic that Multiverse of Madness is actually spelled mom? Hmm?
Mhm.
It's
Which is
not.
Mhm.
interesting.
Mhm.
But yeah, I thought this was an absolutely a top 5 Marvel
Mhm.
movie, and we were talking backstage, and I'll say this is that the amount of hate that is getting, I'm not gatekeeping by any means. I sometimes get called a gatekeeper in the collecting community and the Star Wars community. I'm not a gatekeeper. I want people to experience and enjoy and, be able to talk and have fun about this.
Mhm.
And I see Jay-Z said no Ragnarok. Ragnarok's a top 10 just because it's a little bit too comical for me. And the other ones are a little more serious. So to answer that, but going back to this, I think that, and this is where I'm going to make some enemies, and I said this backstage, is that I think there's a lot of cotton candy Marvel fans that like a lot of the simpler stories that kind of just make you feel good. I'm looking at you, No Way Home stands out there that thought it was the greatest cinematic Marvel since, Empire Strikes Back, Citizen Kane, things like that. I think that No Way Home is very shallow. It's got a lot of cool fan service, but outside of
Mhm.
Peter, having
Mhm.
to lose everything, and he's like, well, that's the whole point of the story. It really was a fluff movie. Let's be honest. If we're going to be honest with ourselves, it was a fluff movie.
Mhm.
Everything in my top 5 were all expanding the universe, if you want to call it that, the MCU. And so
Mhm.
with that being said, is that if you understand the implications of what has just happened, and even going back to the end credit scene with Clea saying, hey, we need to fix, some of these incursions, everything is kind of just right there for the taking. And that's
Mhm.
exciting for me. And as I said, not being a
Yep.
gatekeeper by any means, but when you actually see someone being an evil villain and you almost
Mhm.
empathize with them and say, I see where you're coming from. And my favorite line that Wanda says, she's like, I'm not a monster, I'm a mother. And as I
Mhm.
said, Mom, Multiverse of Madness, Mother's Day, it all comes perfectly for this, isn't it, everybody?
Mhm.
So all
Exactly.
that to say is that I thought it was fantastic. I thought she was a fantastic villain. And all that to say, I understand that if you're just looking for a lot of fan service stuff, well, where was Toby? Where was Kang? All that. This movie did not call for that, because this
Mhm.
story was about advancing the stories of Doctor Strange
Mhm.
and Wanda. And if you remember, it's been 6 years since we've gotten anything more from Doctor Strange. 2016
Mhm.
is when that came out, and thankfully, we got to get some closure with Christine, and
Yeah.
learning a little bit more about that. But
Yeah.
don't be upset that Reed Richards got iced by Wanda. In that universe, let's talk about Christine and trying to get some closure for her and everything like
Mhm.
that. All she wants to
Mhm.
do is be happy. So
Yeah.
that's mine in a nutshell. And I don't want to steal all of the talking points. So Leo, I'll go ahead and give that over to you, my friend.
Um. So here's my thing. Like I said, because I took a lot of heat this morning, man. Like I was basically a martyr for the cause this morning. Like literally, I was the only one, and I'll probably be the only one because here's the thing. We have a lot of people who don't really like Sam Raimi's style. They don't like his style. They will say that, his films, especially, the Spider-Man films were bullshit. That's where I disagree. I have a tendency to disagree with people because of the simple fact that when I'm watching a film, especially a comic book film, and how he shot each frame by frame, how it was actually shot, how the pacing was, it was like I was flipping through a comic book and I was looking at that directly from a comic.
Very Zack Snydery.
Exactly. Very Zack Snyder. You actually have a chance to see that. I love that particular style, and I love what he actually gave us in this film. One of the particular scenes that was really frightening to me is when Christine and America Chavez was in the actual cell. Christine was trying to get her out, but you can see Wanda walking towards them. How the camera pans to her while everything is taking place. It's like you can see. And I was like, you know what? That's what you would actually see in real life. If you're trying to do something, these people are headed towards you, you can't really do too much. I love that. For people who basically said that WandaVision put a seal on that story and that she was created as a hero or it was a hero's journey, you're completely wrong because she wasn't. She wasn't a hero in that show at all. She was a villain throughout. There were certain choices. And again, we have to understand that certain villains do not depict themselves as evil. They say that their agenda is for the better good. This is what we saw with her. Her agenda was her family, her children, Vision. when she lost it all in the beginning, in the end, you had to have known her having that book, The Darkhold, was to say that, yeah, we know where this is actually going. And they were telling you that. Once she got to her place of destination, the actual Wanda we seen on the front porch was an alternate reality version of her. It wasn't her. She was actually in that room with the Darkhold. She was going through the multiverse. That's what she was doing. So to say that it was a seal, no. This movie was a continuation of that. This is what we actually got from this film. I love every frame of it. I love the struggle. Number one, she lost her children. A mother would do anything that she can to get her children back. Number two, Doctor Strange was dealing with heartbreak. Watching and knowing that in every span of the galaxy, of the universe, the multiverse, you cannot win. You're going to lose Christine. You can't have her. It's not destined for you. So you have to move on from it no matter what you try. And Sinister Strange told him this in the very end. So we got that. Everything that I wanted from this film, everything I wanted from a comic book perspective is what I got. As soon as they said incursion, I was like, Secret fucking Wars is coming. People don't understand it, but it's about to happen. So don't be alarmed if we see or you hear the name somewhere down the line, Beyonder. Look for that name, Beyonder, because you'll hear it soon. But I loved everything about it. I loved how it was set up. People were pissed at the simple fact that the Illuminati was slaughtered the way they were. Of course they were, because it wasn't their film. It wasn't about them. It was about Strange. It was about Wanda's journey. America Chavez. I love her character. I love how she portrayed the character. If anything, it was an out for Stephen Strange. He was depicted as someone who was selfish. With her, he became selfless because all he wanted was to save her. I love that. I love everything that I actually got from those three characters. I mean, what else would anybody expect from this particular film? And for people who call it shit and said that she was OP, obviously
they told you that in WandaVision that she is OP, and that's the whole point. She's stronger than the Sorcerer Supreme, and that's what they tell you in WandaVision, is that she will either rule or destroy. Those are the only two options. And I think we were talking backstage when he says, I'm going to be reasonable with you, but if you're not going to give me what I want, I won't be reasonable. Exactly. I mean, what do you expect? She's a cosmic being, and I think there's, once again, not gatekeeping, but I think that kind of underscores the fact that maybe not a lot of people understand what a cosmic being is, what a omega level mutant is, things like that. And that's nothing wrong with that by any means. It gives you more things to be able to watch and explore later on. But to be critical of it, I think is a little bit heavy-handed.
It is heavy. And the thing is, two references. Avengers Disassembled. Please read that book. And you'll understand Wanda's journey a bit more. And you'll understand why she can't exist and why people don't want her to exist. House of M, read that as well. You'll understand a bit more about her journey and why she is as powerful as she is. Literally, she could wipe out the entire universe if she wanted to by one word, just a few words, because that's how she is. She's OP and she's supposed to be. I'm glad we saw that. I'm also glad that we actually see now that we're about to get the Supreme Strange that we need to get. You know what I mean? We're about to get that version of Strange that we actually need. And when they actually brought Clea in, anybody who's actually reading the books right now, if you've read The Death of Doctor Strange, you'll know why Clea is being introduced a bit more and where she fits in. I thought the movie was great. I actually went a bit higher than you, Kiko. I actually gave, for me as a comic book fan, and what I loved about Strange, Doctor Strange was one of the first books I ever picked up. When he was first introduced in Strange Tales, I had that book. I still have it. I followed his journey since I was young. I loved it. I gave it a 10 out of 10 for me, and it did end up on my top 5 list. It did. It definitely did, of MCU films, because as a comic book film, it gave me everything that I needed, everything that I wanted. And the thing is, with the Illuminati, they're in that universe, like we talked about behind scenes. Once Strange gets in a 616 and the Illuminati is formed, he will be able to tell them arrogance is not a strong suit for any of us. We have to work together. We have to work together. There's things that need to be solved, because I know what happens if we slip. I cannot wait for it. I love the film, and I'm sticking to that. 10 out of 10 for me. I can't wait for the next film, Doctor Strange, all day, every day, baby.
Can I give one more classic line that I love
Yes.
that also
Yes.
showed more of her complexity? Is
Yeah.
earlier on is when he's in the garden with her in the apple orchard, that illusion, and she says the hex was easy, lying was the hard part. When
Exactly.
Strange catches her that she already knows about America the whole time. That part was deep as well because she knows she's powerful, but she's not a good liar. Essentially, she knows that's her.
Well,
she knows that's her downfall.
That scene.
Mm-hmm.
Because from the trailers, they kind of made it seem like Doctor Strange is in trouble with the multiverse, and he goes for Wanda for help, and she's kind of like along the ride. That's how the trailers seemed to me. So when he goes to the orchard and she's like, "Oh, bring America here," I was like, he never told her her name, and then you see Doctor Strange get it.
Yeah.
And then it's revealed that she's the fucking bad guy of the movie. I was like, bro, I had no idea that was coming.
What's crazy
I loved
is
it.
people were saying that was a cheesy line.
Oh,
I'm
dude,
like, what? Are
I
you
loved it.
serious?
Because you're right.
They just, here's the thing. And this is what this film really teaches everybody out there. Really tame and temper your expectations and your perception. Like, tame it. Because that will haunt you in the end. When you speculate, that is going to haunt you. We know now that Kevin Feige is listening to all this shit, and he's like, "Y'all motherfuckers don't get it. Like, y'all really don't get it. Y'all will see, but you don't get it now. I'm just listening to all this, and you don't know how wrong you are. And it's because we, as humans, the human condition, we are impatient. We need things to be now. We want the X-Men now. We want the Fantastic Four now. We want the Illuminati right now. We can't wait for it. And there's a plan. If y'all want that, go over to DC. You can get that shit all day.
Right.
Here, temper your shit. For real. Just temper your shit and wait. Seriously, just wait.
Keep in mind that this week Feige said, "Hey, after this, we're going to have to spend some time in the mountains planning out Phase 4, essentially, of the next 10 years." And so it's good to know that comic book readers like themselves and that they're putting thought into this. It's not literally a reactionary storyline or franchise, and that's one of the things. Not shitting on DC, but shitting on DC. The whole reason Justice League came out was like, "Oh, Avengers made a lot of money. Let's throw our Justice League together now." And it's all the DC stuff is always rushed with no foundation. It's always never built up properly. Exactly. And one of the things that some people don't like that slow burn. I mean, going back to, I know some people here watch wrestling and such. People don't like the slow burn stories, but when you get that payoff, though, it's great. Yes, the cheap pops are fun, but at the end of the day, the slow burn stories, that's where it's at. And those are the ones that you talk about for a long, long time.
Hell yeah. Loved it.
So before I get to you, Cam, on this one, I gotta get your thoughts on this one. But I want to address a couple super chats real quick. So Carlos said, for me, an 8.3, same as No Way Home. Thanks so much, Carlos. One of my best bros. Seriously, man. Thank you. Yeah, Carlos said No Way Home was an 8.3. I'm a little higher on it than these guys. And I'll definitely give my opinions in a sec because I don't want to, I don't want to.
This is your show, Will. We don't want you to stop.
No, I'm good. I want to let Cam go and then I'll jump in because this is gonna be interesting. You guys raised some really good points. But Carlos, thanks so much, man. Anthony, dude, gotta get you back on here next week for sure. Sorry, I didn't know you wanted to talk about this one. I would have invited you. 10 out of 10, definitely not cookie cutter MCU. Oh, nice. Well, hey, 10 out of 10. Anthony loves it also. Thanks so much, Anthony. Anthony dropped a second one. Anthony, appreciate you, man. Seriously. This movie was metal AF, Dreamwalking, and Corpses. Yeah, metal is a good word for it, honestly. But yeah, it got pretty wild. So Cam, first off, bro, let me say, you don't collect Yu-Gi-Oh! We know this.
Thanks,
how
man.
you doing tonight, man? How was your Mother's Day? And then after that, let us know what you thought about Doctor Strange. And spoilers, go into spoilers. We're all in spoiler territory.
Mother's Day was good. Got to spend some time with my wife and my mom and my grandma. So it was good, man. It was a great time. Just away from everything for a bit, though.
Nice.
Did get to see the movie. I thought the movie was awesome. It was really good. I think for a lot of people that don't read the comic and that are like, don't really know much of the backstory of Wanda, I think they just know, the MCU version where she was bad. And then she was like this, this good girl trying to, find her way and find her path. So they weren't ready to let go of her as a hero. You know what I'm saying? So when they see her transform into this person that takes on this personification as evil, they were like, and it honestly, the movie was great because it wasted no time to explain like, okay, she's the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? So I think everybody thought like, in MCUs, it usually takes a little while before you get to the point where you're like, okay, all right, he's bad, he's good. They're going to start fighting soon. It was like from the jump, first 20, 30 minutes into it, it was like, oh, she don't give a damn. She knows she's powerful. She knows she's going to take on everybody. So you might as well just give up America. And then in the other part of it, I wasn't surprised, but I think a lot of people weren't ready to accept the fact that we are going to eventually get the Young Avengers too. I think they still wanted to like dwell on the past story of what Marvel was before, like phase 1, phase 2. They're looking for that, like that happy, cute, fluffy bunny hero win, villains lose story. You know what I'm saying? So when they see something like this, where it was just damn near close to like a horror movie, to be honest with you, because there were parts in there that was like, I ain't gonna lie, I jumped. My wife was like, you okay? I was like, girl, please. Stop playing. Guys on the popcorn. But yeah, honestly, I loved the whole entire movie frame by frame, and I'm really excited to see where it goes. Knowing that there's so much more in store for Strange and the multiverse after this, because like you said, we honestly thought that in the beginning with the trailers that it was basically just going to be him and Wanda trying to fix the multiverse. That's what we thought the story was. Right. And now that it took this crazy, mystical twist onto it, it's just so more possibilities, and I'm really excited for it, honestly. But honestly, the movie, I gave it a 9 out of 10, period. I mean, honestly, I still think to this date right now, it's probably one of the best ones just because of the cinematic quality. But honestly, I think it was really good, though. He did a great job. It was a different spin from what we're used to.
Hey, can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
I remember like months ago that I told a particular person that the MCU was going to actually introduce live action what if characters. And this person told me, nah, that'll never happen. It's self-contained. It's not going to happen. They'll never bring those characters into the MCU. To Monty.
They all got slaughtered.
Quick, they were gone.
Yeah, they did. They were there.
They'll be back.
Yeah, they probably will.
They will be back. Trust me, baby. They will.
Yeah, I think all those Illuminati who got slaughtered are all going to be back. Yeah, it's a multiverse. They could do whatever they want. So. All right, so everyone really liked it. That's interesting to hear. It's funny because when I got out of this film, like I knew it was going to be polarizing. I knew, like the second I got out of it, and I was talking to Dean about this on Friday when we did Lights, Camera, Collect. I was like, I don't think it's Last Jedi polarizing. I don't think it's to that degree where it's like, or Last of Us 2, where you have half the people who just absolutely love it and half the people who absolutely hate it. Like it's not going to be that. I think this is a film that I think most people will probably still enjoy overall. And I enjoyed it. I'm at like a 7. I think this is probably one of the worst Marvel films I've seen. I think it's like in the range of like Iron Man 2. That's where I would put it. But I still enjoyed it. It's not like I went to it and I'm like, man, I hated this. This is awful. I don't think it's like how I felt about Eternals. Like I really didn't like Eternals. But for this one, I liked it overall. I think I was just expecting a little bit more. Not in that, and I don't mean more in the sense that like I was expecting Wolverine and the Fantastic Four. And I really had no expectations in that regard. I think I was just expecting more in terms of the story. Like basically, Wanda is really what this story is about, I feel like. And I think everyone mostly agrees on that. Like I think that basically when she's not in this movie, it suffers big time. Whenever she's on screen, it's great. But when she's not there, I just feel like it felt to me very style over substance. Like there's a lot of great visuals, there's some cool horror stuff, but there's not much story there. Like I feel like it's like, okay, and also like there's so much time for them to go into America's story, but in this film, it's not a great introduction for her. She's not that interesting right now. Like, and I get that her kind of goal was just to survive and get by. They kind of had a cool thing with her mothers and things like that. That was kind of a little bit of an emotional pull at your heartstrings, but there's not much to her character in this film. And I get it's not her movie, but at the same time, she's the MacGuffin here. Like she is, the whole film revolves around just getting her to safety or killing her, basically. So those are the two options. Wanda's great. Wanda's so good in this movie. Like Elizabeth Olsen is fantastic. I'm with you, Leia, on that. I don't think that was too quick of a turn. I don't think it made sense. I think that was totally justified. Like you know, she was hurt at the end of WandaVision, but it wasn't exactly over. Like, I don't think she was like moved on from it. So I don't think it's like, you know, I don't think it's the idea where that was out of bounds at all. I just feel like, I like I said on Friday too, I don't feel like Doctor Strange has an arc here. I don't feel like there's like the Christine thing. That's a stretch to me because like, I don't know. Like I get he loves her and everything, but that was like in the other films, that was never like, you know, and I get Avengers films, they don't really have time for all that. But in the other Doctor Strange film, like, yeah, there's a Christine thing going on. And What If, for sure, there's a major Christine thing going on. But in the movie, like, yeah, she's there and she's important to him, but it was never really communicated that she's like the world to him. And I feel like that was kind of thrown into this film to give Doctor Strange like an emotional pull here. So like, and I, you know, I felt like she could have been out of this movie entirely and they could have gone a totally different direction and people wouldn't have batted an eye. Yeah. So, I mean, I
feel like his arc should have been like letting go of Christine and like understanding like, okay, this could.
And I think some people argue that did happen, but
did it?
I don't think it did because
I felt like it didn't because even when they're in the evil Doctor Strange worlds.
Yeah,
they're both still kind of like, well,
yeah,
maybe.
He's still, yeah.
So yeah, I feel like he didn't grow that much in this movie. But again, it's not so either.
Really I think he's the same at the beginning that he is at the end. And
here's my thing though. If we look at reality though, a lot of us who have actually been in a relationship where we've really loved the person, yeah, we let go, but do we forget? No, we don't. We don't forget. You're not going to just let go of somebody automatically like that just because. Yes, you might move on and move forward, but it's still going to be something there for that person.
For sure.
Christine basically served a very interesting purpose. What she said was the reason why we can't be together, which was very important, is that you always have to be the one holding the knife. Mm-hmm. Holding the knife symbolizes that he's a selfish individual looking at himself first before he looks at everything else. Where he became selfless is when he protected America Chavez, is willing to do anything. And then on top of that, when he told her in the very end, no, you have to use this power because every time you've used it, you've taken us exactly where we needed to be. So he's letting her take the lead. He's telling her, I'm not going to take your power. I'm not being selfish. You take the lead. And that's exactly what he did. So everything basically works in tangent. Him hearing that from Christine, looking deep within himself, saying, you know what? I have been that way. It's not just him moving on from her, but moving on from himself as who he is and the person he's always been.
That's an interesting point. I didn't think of it like that. That's
pretty good. And can I also say, I remember you say you don't like Iron Man 2, but a lot of people don't like Iron Man 2 or 3, but they hit different after Endgame, you know. So once and there's Drago again.
He's here.
He's letting us know he's here. Every single time they add to the story, I think it'll just make it that much better. That's the one thing that Star Wars is lacking, is that there's nothing to make some of these Last Jedi pieces any better. That's what, you know, none of that's
they do
coming.
like a Ray show or something,
right? No, so I think a little bit of time this will age pretty well. I think a lot more people come around on it, especially when some of the pieces are plugged back in. They'll be like, oh damn, I didn't even pick up that, you know, first time.
And I definitely don't hate it. I think I just expected more in terms of the story. Like I don't mean as much, like I said, like cameos or whatever. Like I didn't expect an Avengers portal scene, but I think I just expected more like for Doctor Strange, because he almost feels like a side character in his own film. Like I feel like this is like Wanda steals the show and it's not even close. There's no one else in this movie that is even close to as good as she is. But she's awesome. And I love the Illuminati stuff. That was pretty cool. Wanda literally exploding people's heads. Like that was pretty badass. I love that kind of stuff. Yeah. That's what I mean. I think the spectacle is there, but I feel like the substance is not. Like I never felt like I felt like decently involved in it, but I never felt like emotionally invested. Like Shang-Chi, for example. I know Shang-Chi is not a sequel, so it's an origin story. But at the same time, I felt so much more invested in all the characters' stories and like development.
Would you have been happier if it was longer? I know they said that there was a director's cut. Would you have been happy
30 minutes longer? I might have liked that.
Would you have liked that? Or what do you think of then? People
I think so. I mean, I think there was like, it felt very rushed. Everything felt very fast paced and condensed. Like they were moving really quickly. And I mean, America, like I said, I like the actress and I think she's good in the film, but I just feel like her character, like there's nothing there that makes me want to really invest in her character right now. And I get that, like it's still her first film for her, and she's a side character, but she's a pretty big part of it, and she's in like most of the film. So
I think here's for me, like I think that we it's like a tendency to get invested in other characters, but forgetting where the focus is, and that we expect so much out of so many other characters, but the focus was really on both Strange and Wanda. Yes, we have these side characters. Yes, they'll play a pivotal role going forward, and they are placed there for a reason. But if we would have saw a longer fight with the Illuminati, if we would have saw them carried out through the entire movie until the very end, we would have probably forgot about most of the characters that were there, and the conversation would have been more about them, less on Strange, probably even less on Wanda, because everybody wanted to see Reed Richards. Everybody wanted to see Professor X. Yeah. Me, myself, my opinion only, but I need that Captain Marvel in 616 universe.
Oh, yeah. She was badass.
She was dope as shit. She was dope as hell. We need her. But I'm saying if we would have had too much of that, it would have been a problem for me. We got just enough to know that if they exist in that particular universe, then they are in the 616. Now, we have a different iteration of Captain Marvel for now, but it could change. My thing is, her journey was there specifically. She played the right role and gave us just the right amount of time, because like Cam said, we will get Young Avengers, but also it sets up, especially with the incursion, we can possibly get an Ultimates with those particular characters. We can get her with Captain Marvel, Black Panther, especially Blue Marvel. There's so, and we can get so many iterations of that particular character going forward. They're just setting her up as an entry to let you know that she's there. But I think that if we focus more on the primary characters such as Strange and Wanda, and less on, okay, I want to see this character develop, I want to see that character develop, I need more from this character, I need that. That's too much in a 2-hour and 5-minute film to actually get. They cut it specifically for a reason. They might have cut it because they want to see more from these characters going forward. But again, it's like expectation, speculation, stuff like that. It can really take away from the movie experience for me. And that's why I decided to go forward in any film just with the slate clean, no speculations. I'm not even watching videos where people say, this is what I believe. I'm just going to just leave it at that and go into it clean. But I think that's what I'm saying with America's Story, bro. It served its purpose for Steve himself to move forward and progress. That's why she was there, because if she wasn't there, he wouldn't see the error of his ways, his own ways. So I was happy that she was there.
Yeah, gotcha. Well, definitely, it's a great chat for sure. Because like I don't hate it. I'm at like a 7. Like I think it's one of the lower Marvel films for me, but I don't think it's like the worst. And Kiko, you raised a good point. Like I don't dislike Iron Man 2. I'm just kind of like, like it's good. I don't feel the need to like go back and rewatch it a bunch of times. But
we got the Mark V. I love Iron Man.
Dude, the Mark V.
That's
the best thing from Iron Man 2, no doubt.
I love the Iron Man 2.
Leo, I've been thinking about this. I might actually just cancel the Mark V and get the suit up instead. I'm not sure. I might. I don't know. I only want to get one. But the suit up, I think, would pop a little more because I already have like 3 Iron Men in my collection. Leo's gone. Bro.
He's gone. He's gone. He's
gone. I don't know. I'm probably going to keep the regular Mark V. People have to let me know in the chat about that one, whether I want the Mark V or the suit up. Because I have the Mark 7, the Battle Damage 85, and what else do I have? I think I had the 50, but I'm about to sell it.
As an owner of the 5, I really think it's one of the stronger, most unique.
Is Leo gonna have to choke a bitch?
I'm gonna choke a bitch real quick.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm not sure. I'm gonna think about Leo. But Carlos, super chat. Thanks so much, Carlos. I combine Marvel, Star Wars, and DC together, so an 8.3 for me. For me, my top movies in order are Endgame, Infinity War, Empire, The Dark Knight, and Rogue One, tied with Civil War. That's a great list, man. It's a really great list. So I would put Infinity War over Endgame myself, but Endgame is really good too. It's just Infinity War is a masterpiece. It's perfection. So that's how I feel. But guys,
that I will agree with. I mean, Infinity War it sucked the life out of you just when you thought there was a win. So I agree with that.
Infinity War is just beautiful. It's the Empire Strikes Back.
I remember that film like coming out. It was a bunch of us. We were outside talking after it, and there was this lady that was bringing her son out of the movie. And I was like, yo, she definitely didn't prepare him well. He was just a Spider-Man. He came out crying. They killed Spider-Man. Man. And she was trying to calm him down, bro. He's like, Spider-Man. And I was like, yo, I wanted to say he'll be back, but it just felt too good to see.
You didn't want to ruin it for him. Like, don't ruin his Yeah, his day's already ruined. So
yeah, especially with all those trailer trickeries they were doing.
I know.
With Infinity War.
Yeah.
Because
hell yeah.
He got so many stones so fast.
Yeah, he did.
I was like, he was only supposed to have 2 when they fought in space,
Right.
and he had damn near all of them. I was like,
Mhm.
bro, what is happening?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Infinity War was
Yeah,
It's
was
top
good.
tier.
Guys, I want to address something from a different universe now. But before we do that, actually, sorry, I got to address Carlos' super chat again. Carlos, thanks so much again, bro. Do you think Captain Carter will be a 2-pack? 2-pack with who? Maybe like Reed Richards or something, or maybe Captain Marvel?
I don't know, but if we get a live or a movie accurate version, I'm getting it. It's just I
Bro.
love Captain Carter, bro.
I
just
think
love
they might make that. I think
I hope they do.
Did your theaters go wild when Reed Richards showed up?
Oh my
bro?
God,
they
bro.
like oohed and
Yeah, yeah.
awed, but
Bro, you know,
Dude,
like,
no, people were like, "Fuck yeah!"
Yeah,
Dude, I
bro.
was like,
Yeah, not
"Calm
mine, but-
down."
bro, like it got so wild that I was sitting. The guy sitting behind me had popcorn, bro, and he spit some popcorn out of his mouth. You can hear the kernel hit my neck. I was cool with it because I knew he was excited. You know what I mean? I was like, all right, I'm gonna let you slide with that one though, bro. But come on, man, temper your excitement.
By the way, Leo, I get what he meant. He meant a top half and a bottom half. Oh, okay, I get it. That's fucked up, bro. Too soon. It's too soon.
Bro, that's good. That's a good joke.
That is a good joke, actually.
Man, that
But guys, let's
scene
address something
will
else
haunt
real
me.
quick, because this Attack of the Clones line is very interesting, and the fact that Hot Toys has already said it is not done. There are more figures to come. They already teased the mace. So we're going to be really, really curious, I think, all of us, to see what's going to come up next from this line. So, Leo, I do want to start with you first on this one. I'm
What's up?
pretty confident we're going to get a mace. They wouldn't have teased
Yes.
them like that. So
Yes.
I think we're going to get a mace. I also think we might get maybe a Palpatine, like a Senator Palpatine, something like that. So I'm interested to see, what else do you think we're going to get here from this line?
Well, we'll definitely get a mace because they teased it. I think we'll get a Padme for sure.
Padme.
I mean, that's already basically been there. So I think for sure we'll probably get it. We possibly may even get we might even get a Attack of the Clones Obi-Wan and Anakin. We could possibly see something like that to capitalize on the show that's coming soon. So I wouldn't be surprised if we actually saw that. We already know that Django's coming this month. I'm just calling it. Django's going to come this month. They'd be stupid not to release him this month. And he was on that list that we actually saw. And if they're following the list, we just got the Bodega Cat Spider-Man. Miles Morales. So I can't wait for that one. But yes, Django is actually coming. We've seen, the thing is, the reason why I say that is because we've seen figures that I didn't think we were going to see at all. I mean, the clone pilot, I didn't think we were going to get that, and there was no news about that, but yet we're getting it. Also, we're getting it with the Clone Wars helmet as well. So the swap out, that's incredible. I can't wait for it. I mean, definitely they're going to go deep in the lore. I'm hoping if they give us Kit Fisto, at least give us Kit Fisto, because you've actually shown it. I would definitely be excited about that. Right now, I don't want to call too much out until I get the celebration and see for myself. I mean, because I have an idea that they'll probably release or reveal some of those around then. I was very surprised. I was talking off camera like earlier today. I was very surprised that I got my invoice, actually my email from Sideshow about the Anakin, the Clone Wars Anakin, that's going to be mailed out on Tuesday. But here's the thing, though, in light of what actually happened with Loki, I'm not leaning on that right now. I don't know. I have no idea. We'll see how that happens. But again, I think we're going to see more from it, and I'm very excited about that. I cannot wait. I even think that we're going to probably get a Kiati Monday with a WillFoxification head sculpt underneath, so that could actually happen. So I mean that could work now, but I mean still, like, I'm very excited. The only thing that I doubt at this point, and people are going to probably shoot me in the back of my neck for this, I don't think we're going to see Bespin Han.
Really?
I don't.
Yeah.
I think that ship might have sailed.
I don't think we're going to see it. The more I thought about it, I was like, there hasn't been any more leaks, anything I know about. There hasn't been any talk about Legacy or, the 40th anniversary figures at all. If they do it, it's going to be a surprise. And I think if they did it, it'll probably be after celebration, the 20th anniversary of Attack of the Clones. I think that's what they're focusing on right now. I think that's what they're primarily focusing on. Yes, we're going to see the Snowspeeder Luke. So we already know that we'll get that. That was another figure that was on the list. And they know people are waiting on that. I mean, so that's a no-brainer. But I don't know. Maybe if Kiko can supply a stronger argument for me, at least to give me some hope. At this point, I just don't know, man. I don't.
Yeah, I don't think so either. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. But before I get to Kiko, Dean, bro, is there anything you're expecting from this line, man? Like, I know Mace, but what else are you thinking we're going to see?
It'd be really nice to see some more droids, like a Droideka or the super battle droids. Because not only are they in this movie, but you could fit them into almost any of your prequel or Clone Wars shelves. It would be nice to see some Jedi, like Leal was saying, Kiadi Mundi. Is Plo Koon in this movie? I don't know if he is. I don't think he is.
I think he's on the council
or not. Yeah,
I think he's basically on the council. You can see him on the council. So
Okay.
I mean, I don't
I
know,
still
he
think
might be.
Palpatine would be great.
Kit Fisto. Honestly, I would not be shocked if we saw a reissue of Count Dooku.
Now,
I know
yeah.
I know he
Right.
came out not that
Yup.
long ago, but
Yup.
bro, you're showing off a Mace Windu, Jango Fett's just around the corner, all these characters. How could you not have Count Dooku in?
You think they do
Attack of the
Yoda
Clones?
again, Dean?
Oh, bro,
They could, because Yoda, they kind of reissued him already, but
that's a huge part of the movie too.
yeah.
Or even Padme, or not a Padme, Padawan Anakin,
Yeah.
which would be pretty easy to do.
Yeah.
Just take the head sculpt and change the hair. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Man, let's see. Man, there's so many fucking characters.
I think
in
the
that
battle
movie.
droid for sure, Dean, you're onto something for that.
Yeah.
With the super battles, really?
Yeah, the super battle droid. I think we're going to
Yeah.
get that because they've already shown that layout. Yeah. They've.
What if
like
they
at
gave us some
Comic-Con and stuff.
Genosians?
Yeah.
A mullet Obi-Wan again. Just take
Yeah.
the head sculpt
Yeah.
you have, change up the hair. I guess his beard's a little different, but I think it's because it was fake. Bro, if they come out with the Padme finally, bro, be doing fucking.
I'd be hyped, bro.
backflips.
I think they will.
Absolutely.
I think they will.
Yeah, I think that'd be a solid lineup.
Kiko, what are you expecting, man?
I already made some enemies for my No Way Home smack. I might make some more enemies here right now. As you know, I'm not a hot taker by any means. I'm just a realist when it comes down to things. I try to not see through the everything's great and here's everything that I want, everything's going to be normal. This is how everything's going to be. I have a little concern. Just to be honest, I was very concerned that in this first wave of figures, there wasn't a single named figure outside of droids. Okay, head sculpts wise, if you want to talk about it like that. That concerns me a little bit because every single time they show something, it always says, not cough, but they say pending licensure approval. You know, I know people are geeking hard that Padme's coming. But I was actually talking with Josh Pence on my podcast a couple weeks ago, and he brought up something that I'd forgotten about. Natalie Portman hates Star Wars. Until she shows back up at Celebration or anything Star Wars related, it's a miracle that Taika Waititi got her to return for Thor. It is. And you could possibly get a Jane Foster, but if she hates Star Wars, she's not going to sign off on her licensure. I don't know that. I don't know her personally by any means, and I don't know if that's even true or so, but I think she's been on the record that, her time has not been great. Go back to the Poe Dameron. Well, we don't have any Poe, who also said they hate Star Wars, isn't coming back. Oscar Isaac. And is it possible that, some of these figures we want, you can't have because they won't give the licenses up for them? Potentially. I'm just thinking, because there's no explanation as to why there was no Poe. There's no explanation as of right now why the mother of Luke Skywalker, the wife of Anakin, why we don't have that figure. There's no logical reason for it. So it's got to be something screwy. So let's get back to the real things. Which ones do I think we'll have? I think we'll have more characters that don't have head sculpts, honestly. I think you're going to have some super battle droids. You're going to have more clones because they're going to milk that mold forever. I'm just being a realist, honestly, right now. The reason that you have so many Jangos and Bobas and Mandos is because it's the same head sculpt. There's only one person you have to talk to when it comes to a licensing. It's the same guy. So that concerns me just a little bit. I'm really hoping that's not the whatever third party saber master, sitting there, as the mace, because I need a good Mace Windu. I don't have one. So I'm just trying to be honest, just trying to temper expectations, kind of like what we're talking about with Multiverse of Madness. We need to go in there, with some of our expectations lowered. Anything we get is going to be great. I can't wait for some of these things, but I will be disappointed if it's just like a Droid Dika or a Genoshan or something like that, because I know a lot of people want the big ones. They want Anakin, they want Obi-Wan. I think that there's a higher chance of getting those two than of getting a Padme, honestly. But I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
So let me ask you a question. So with you saying that, do you think that basically even on May the 4th with her Instagram posts that she put up, do you think it was just to save face? Because she put a lot of posts up for, May the 4th when it came to Star Wars. And then as of Doc Smizzle just said, she did do a huge signing recently, and that was even up on Twitter, with a Star Wars group and stuff like that. So you think
if they brought her back in,
might have changed?
I hope so. Do I want to see more Natalie Portman? Yes. I mean, who doesn't? I mean, she was. Let's be honest. When I was a little kid, when I saw her in all those outfits in Attack of the Clones, I was like, okay, this is a nice looking girl type of thing.
Wow.
I love when she comes out in that like dominatrix outfit to Anakin's like, I don't understand why you're acting this way. Well, bitch, you're not wearing anything, and I'm cutting apples in half, feeding them to you. What do you want me to do? It was kind of a funny thing, but I really hope so. I would love for them to have repaired that relationship, but I know that the Star Wars fan base is tough sometimes, and it's a tough franchise. And if you, think going back to Ahmed Best, Jake Lloyd. It's people that have not fared very promisingly. I hope that they've repaired that relationship. That's I didn't know about those things. That's great news if so. But yeah, man, I hope so. I don't want to see anybody, because just from a human perspective, I don't want anyone to be disappointed in humanity, that type of thing. And so we all just need to be nice and sweet to each other, regardless of whether you like their character or their story, things like that. So I hope that's true. But it all comes down to if they don't want their license out there, you can't really do much about that.
Yeah. Gotcha. So Cam, what are you thinking, bro? What do you think you're going to see from this Attack of the Clones line? You're the biggest Star Wars fan on the panel, so
I know, man. These other guys.
It's hard being the Star Wars guy of the group.
I know, right? It's like,
I'll be right back.
All right.
So yeah, bro. So I'm thinking, of course, they're gonna probably drop, of course, Django. Definitely probably the super battle droid is definitely gonna come out, because if you remember when C-3PO fell down, it was the super battle droid that fell on him, and then he got the head switched out and stuff. So I would hope that they drop Padme as well as Mace. I'm kind of on the fence because they've teased us before, so I guess we'll see what happens. I would love to have seen a Mundi, a Plo Koon, as well as a Fisto. But because they were all in that final scene where they were fighting all the droids on Geonosis. So it's like you would love to see all those figures, but Hot Toys likes to play with us sometimes. So I'm pretty sure we're going to probably see a lot more release though, probably next week, because I guess the 16th was the actual anniversary of when it dropped. So you will see. I don't know, man. It's gonna be hopeful.
Yeah,
for the best.
It's gonna be crazy, but I think for sure we're gonna see a Mace, and I think Kiko does have a point about battle droids and all that shit. So I think that is gonna be a thing. So yeah, it's gonna be really interesting to see. But we got another guest here, Optical, bro. Can you hear me? Okay, guess not. He's in the show, but he doesn't know it. Optical, how you doing, man?
I do want to say having a Kaminoan added would be nice.
I heard you're talking about Star Wars.
Yeah,
and you need me.
You said
we need you, Optical. Without Star Wars talk, we need you in this chat. So, but we just finished it, Optical, because I have to ask you something, bro. Yeah, I know, right? You came in at the perfect time. I have to ask you something, because I'm going to share something from Sideshow. This is in stock bestsellers, and I'm going to ask the whole panel this because I want to hear everyone's thoughts. There's a list here of in stock bestsellers. Right? Yeah, right. So we got it. Optical, I want you I raised the question of which is the best, right? If I'm looking at the in stock, we can go to second page. There are no rules here, basically. But basically, I want to ask people, like, what figures are people sleeping on? Like, what figures are the best that are in stock right now? Optical, is there anything that you have on this list that, like, you really like?
Unfortunately, I do have that Mandalorian. The best.
I'm shocked that that's 2 and 3.
I know, right?
That's
You know what I
gotta be
mean? With the chrome
manipulated.
one?
Those can't be true.
Yeah.
That's
Can't
not
be
real.
true.
Well, like, dude, with the Chrome one coming out, and they've been trying to get rid of these other ones for like 30 like discounts like crazy, and like they've been like, and that's number 2.
I mean, did somebody actually bought the non-deluxe?
Yeah, I guess
My
so.
question?
I mean, I got scammed like 2 years ago, whenever that was, when it first came out. I mean, I own it, yeah, but goodness gracious.
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe
right
they're counting
now,
that too.
as we speak, I can't envision people still, clamoring for that, knowing we're getting closer and closer to the, Chrome version. But
Right.
that one, I'm surprised that it's
They
still
still
out
have
there.
Pennywise on the site.
Yeah, he went back in stock.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I was like, when the hell?
He like
that
sold out and went waitlisted.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
what
he
I
went.
thought. Yeah,
He went
okay.
back in stock. I'm gonna remove the banner real quick so you guys can see a little bit better. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff on here. Obstacle. Is there anything that jumps out to you that you think is just like a real winner here?
Cap is pretty good, even though it's still in stock. At some point, that's going to be out of stock, and when that happens, then that's going to be one of the best in there. That I would say Pennywise. With Star Wars, it's hard to judge because Rex could be out of stock tomorrow, and they might find a reason to re-release Rex. So,
Right.
The Endgame Cap, I would say that.
This is second
that's
page.
Is that second page? Is
Yeah,
that
second
Mark
page.
50? Is that Mark?
Yeah, the Mark
43?
50's on here. Yeah, which is crazy. I think Mark 50 they just made like 8 million of them. So I mean, I think that's why. I think it was a popular figure. I think they just way overproduced it.
Dude, I can't imagine people are buying that Mark 43 at this point.
Really?
I mean,
the Mark
unless you
43.
do have a Hulkbuster, because
Right.
that is dated. Like the shoulder gaps, the way it moves, and all that stuff. Like if you don't have an Iron Man, this would be the last thing that you want to buy. Unless you
The
absolutely,
base is sick though. The base it
It's
comes
a
with
solid
it.
figure.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
sick.
unless you
like it,
really
Dean?
like Age of Ultron, which is you can make an argument that's the weakest Avengers movie.
I will.
It
say
is.
it's
It is.
Avengers, yes.
Yeah,
But I had it for a while. Well,
yeah, having Mark 50 in there in 85, I mean, in even 85 battle damage, I think it's safe to say that 43 is kind of down the list of your priorities at this point if
Right.
you're starting off. Yeah, but I would say Cap,
Yeah.
Pennywise, Marty, Lando. I mean, I'm talking about future here. Because
Right.
none of these stands out to me and be like, oh man, if you don't get this, those are the only things that I could think of, and that is a stretch. Maybe we're looking at 3-4 years down the road before that best, happens. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Pennywise would be the only one I feel like, and not because of my bias, but because he's never going to get made again, probably. So I'm surprised to see Kylo in the top like 11.
Yeah, he's been out there for about years now. It feels like it.
Yeah, he
He's
came
on the
out.
first
When did he
page.
come out? Like a while ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's on there. Yeah, so I'm surprised to see the Bat Pod that high too.
And
So-
Bro Thor. Look at Bro Thor.
Yeah, Bro Thor in the top like 9.
Yeah, this can't be right.
And it's Mario was right about the troopers, bro. There's a bunch of troopers. No wonder Hot Toys keeps making them
Yeah.
because they're gonna sell. Like the front page is littered with them. So
And Batgirl, is that her name? Batgirl.
Yeah,
In
Batgirl's
there,
on here, yeah.
They just discounted her for like 15% off right today for that Mother's Day. Not like
oh yeah, she's on the Mother's Day list.
not
Yeah,
like
right.
Batgirl's a mom or anything, but
She's a female character. That's all that matters in this case for Sideshow. But yeah, I'm with you. I'll do Captain America, Pennywise. Those are some good ones. And what do you think, Cam, on this one? Is there anything on this list that really you think is just a real winner here?
So I mean, for the price, hell no. But that the Iron Patriot, bro, I think that thing is really nice, man. Like it comes with face sculpt too of Don Cheadle. So I think it's really good. But
Emmy
For
award
Ford-
winning.
yeah, for 4, yeah, there you go. Sorry about that, Don.
There you
Cheadle,
go.
if you're listening. But the head sculpt is amazing, man. They did a great job on this figure, I think. And it's bulky, it's huge. Wow, that's gonna be in a clip somewhere. My God. Remind me never to say that again together. But
It's gonna be bulky. It's gonna be large.
yeah, I'm like, oh,
oh God, the
Damn.
girth.
no.
The weight of it in your hand.
They're gonna be
just
like,
fantastic.
man, you went
Yep.
viral. I'll be like, that is not how I want to go viral.
Yeah.
Um,
Hey, I've said worse, Cam, so you're probably fine.
Okay, all right. Oof. Okay. Yeah, but I think this is an amazing figure, man. For the price, no. I mean, there's other places where you can find this
Yes.
definitely for a lower price. I'm not gonna say exactly where, but Yeah, I think that's an awesome figure though. The problem that I have on here is that there's so many Thanoses,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and we already know that they're probably going to sit for a while. Especially like the end game. I mean, not the end game, the Infinity War version is probably going to sit for a while. I mean, because you have the ones with the armor and with the battle damage armor. So it's like, why would you get the naked one when you can get this one? So those are probably the ones that stick out the most to me for sure, though.
Mhm.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah. And this Thanos has always been really tempting to me. I want to wait for it to get like really, really cheap. And then I might snag
Bro,
it.
the only Thanos you need in your collection is from Infinity War.
Yeah, and I have Infinity
there you
War.
go.
He's right up there.
Endgame Thanos fails. Infinity War Thanos fucking succeeds
true.
without
Yeah, he does.
armor,
That's
beats
true.
everyone's ass.
Yeah.
The Avengers had to put in a cheat code to win.
Dude, you could
so.
pick him up for like $260.
Yeah, the Infinity War one is the best one. It's funny too. Like I had the Endgame one. I felt like the likeness wasn't as good somehow. Like it's the same sculpt, but the paint apps were different. And I was like, the Infinity War head sculpt is brilliant, but the Infinity Endgame one was like, it's okay, but it's not the same. But Leal, dude, what's here in stock, man, that you think is like a real winner here?
Well, it doesn't really surprise me, to be quite honest, that Mando is there for a particular reason. A couple of different reasons. One is that you have impatient mofos that know that Moff Gideon is going to be released soon, and so they want that figure. They want to have something to kind of compare, or at least as a companion piece for that. Also, with the recent Disney release of the what was it, the Boba Fett gallery, and basically they explained. They had, of course, Mando there, people who've actually watched that. There's certain reasons. And then, I mean, it's a Star Wars month, man. So everybody's cramming to get some of the figures that they didn't get before. So if there's an opportunity to get it, I mean, Mando's going to always be on the top of the list, at least on that list. So, definitely that's, to me is a no brainer to see. Even with the Chrome version, because even though we know that Chrome version is coming out, the US market tends to not know, and that's how it's going to be delayed for like another 6-7 months, even when it's out. Right. So people are, they're connecting to what they can have now, what's tangible. They know that this figure right now is tangible, so they'll get it. So it's no surprise for me. Also, I agree with Cam with that Patriot, the Iron Patriot, Armor Wars. Armor Wars is going to be coming soon, and I think we'll see more of this particular figure. And you're going to also see that. Here's the thing: what's going to be crazy is that you're going to also see movement probably within the next few months, or a couple of months. You're going to see that the Punisher, that Punisher War Machine. You're going to see that move because people like to speculate again. You know what I mean? And they think that John Barenthal is going to actually be in Armor Wars with that armor. So again, you're going to see that move just off of word of mouth. So it's the no-brainer to me that they would actually have this piece here. Everything else, I mean, literally, it doesn't surprise me. And then that sometimes Sideshow has a cheat code where they might manipulate this screen and just put certain things there because they want movement. So, you know what I mean? That definitely doesn't. The Bat Pod doesn't surprise me either because, again, everybody actually got the DX. That's been released. So they want to actually pair that up with that piece. So, of course, it's going to be a strong move for that. Bro Thor, that's surprising with all the pushback we got with that figure. Some people liked it. Some people didn't like it. Lando, definitely. Pennywise, definitely. So yeah, nothing. Well, I can actually say
Death Watch Mando. I know you love him.
Yeah, exactly. Death Watch Mando is there. If you don't already have that figure, it's an amazing piece. I loved it. I have a couple of them. So yeah, I'm definitely excited about that. Gwen still holding strong. Hey, even Black Widow is still holding strong, bro. You know what I mean? So yeah. Again, I mean, Golden Armor Wonder Woman, even though it's on premium, get that piece, bro. That's crazy. But yeah, I mean, a lot of this kind of makes perfectly good sense to me, man. Like, so yeah.
Yeah. But you guys are right about the Thanos thing. There's a Loki. They got one, because there's no other Lokis in stock at the moment. But so Kiko, what are your thoughts on these figures, man? Is there anything in stock that you think maybe is great? Are you surprised with any results? Are people sleeping on anything on this list?
I'll tell you one thing I think it's an absolute scam that I think that this proves that this sheet is manipulated is that
Mhm.
yellow artillery stormtrooper is in the top 12.
Yeah, he is.
Come on. That
Right.
is some manipulated data if I've ever seen so. So you are not going to
Mustard
tell me that
trooper,
more
yeah.
of those have sold than anything else on the list. Come on. But either
Yeah.
way, I
The
mean,
mustard trooper, isn't that what he's called?
the mustard
Yeah.
trooper, but I know people always love their troopers, so maybe sure. But the one I think that I still can't believe is not out yet, that I promise people will regret later, right at the bottom of that page, or maybe it's right there, is IG-11. I've told you that's one of my favorite figures. I think it's fantastic. What they did from the
Where's he at?
tooling perspective, or the very bottom.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Oh, there he is. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just it's brilliant. If you
Mhm.
even if you just want a bounty hunter display and you don't want him to be IG-11, maybe you want him to be IG-88. It's versatile. I mean, just from the tooling of the articulated fingers, so good, man. That's one of my favorite figures that I own. He's big, he's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good one. But yeah, I mean, the troopers will constantly be on there, and I'm surprised that with the price point that Hulkbuster is still up there, that people are buying that consistently. That's a little bit surprising to me. So
Well,
but I'm with you on IG-11. Yeah. What were you saying, Leo?
well, I'm surprised, man, that the Obi-Wan trailer is not on a topic here. One of the topics.
Oh
The
yeah,
second
I know. I
trailer.
probably should put on there. I forgot about it, to be honest. But dude, the Obi-Wan trailer was badass. The one that you talking about, the one they showed on the 4th?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. But I mean, like, it didn't. I don't know. It didn't show too much more. It was badass, though.
Man, they showed one bounty hunter that everybody wants in there, bro.
That's true. And they also showed Darth Vader's chest, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, man, we'll have to talk about that. We'll probably talk about that because the show's coming out in like another couple weeks.
We'll talk about that on Wednesday.
2
Yeah,
weeks.
we'll talk about it on Wednesday for sure. But Dean, I got one more topic for us after this one. Dean, is there anything in stock here, man, that you really love, or are you like again surprised by the results on anything?
Bro. The Cos
Like
Dean dramatic pauses.
all the Cos babies, guys.
you
Pick
just
them
Cos
up.
babies? Oh shit, they're on here. Yeah,
They're,
No one buys those.
they're right here.
apparently they do. No,
See, Kiko the taco got him. That's what it was.
Oh God,
Yeah, true.
the soy. Yeah, I'm actually really shocked to see the 2 Hot Toys Mando 6 scale. But I do, the quarter scale is on there, which is cool. I really want to pick one up, but one, the price is fucking crazy. But 2, I'm waiting for the chrome version, and I'm like, I really only need one Mando. So if I get the quarter scale, then I'm not going to have it in my 6 scale.
Hey, Dean,
So-
you can win it. You can win
Yeah,
it.
Leo's got one he's giving away.
Oh,
can
what?
win it. Yeah, right
Forgot
here,
about
right?
that. Yeah.
You got to go on the web. If you go on, watch the video. You can definitely win it, bro. And
Oh, shit.
yeah,
Dean, I think
yeah.
you need 2
And you don't have
Mandos,
to pay
bro.
$680 for it like I did.
Yeah, that's true. Because 2 Mandos, because the OG Mando Durasteel, I love that armor.
Yeah,
love
I
it.
do have that one. He's right here behind me.
Yeah, that's badass. So just 1 Beskar and 1 Durasteel. I think
Yeah, which is why I haven't bought one of these, which is, I'm shocked that anyone is. The 2 6 scale ones.
right.
Especially the non-deluxe, but, they're, I mean, even the chrome one is what, 410, I think now?
I don't know if it's that high, but it's probably like
I
don't know,
think it's
300.
higher than 375, bro. Or what,
Yeah,
what
it's
is
high,
this going
but
for?
I do want that Pedro head sculpt. So
Yeah. But dude, Rex, obviously a banger figure. One of the cooler clones characters in Star Wars. The 501st Deluxe with the Ahsoka trooper, that's a beautiful figure. And if you're only gonna have 1 clone, you got phase 1, phase 2, and then phase 2 with the Ahsoka paint. That's a banger figure.
It
the
is.
the jetpack. If you don't have a clone,
The
and you're like,
value's
"Oh, I only
unmatched.
I
only
like the
want
little
one."
turret gun he's got there. I like that a lot.
Yeah, the Gatling gun. Yeah.
Yeah, the Gatling gun. Yeah.
And it's
Yeah,
going to go up
if-
even further, considering that Anakin's, just got released. So
Yeah, and then the Clone Wars Ahsoka just getting released.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
if you haven't got one now, I would get one because people are gonna start picking them up a lot.
Hell yeah.
Kylo Ren, Dean.
No,
I'm actually surprised he's in the top 11, but I'm happy
shocked
about
that
it.
he. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Lando, bro.
Yeah.
Why is someone picking up Lando? There's like a place here in town called Steven's Collectibles, and he's got like 10 of them. I'm like, how is nobody buying this? That being said, I don't have it. I've been waiting to buy it. I got other stuff I gotta pay for, but waiting for pre-orders to come in so I don't get surprised. But yeah, those are my picks.
Kiko, did you do it? You got Lando, right?
I do, yes.
You did a picture expose with him?
A photo? Yes, I'll send it to you. I'll link it to you.
Thank you, bro.
Kiko does amazing photos, man.
Hell yeah, that's why I want all the clone figures to be released. I want that Pat made to be released specifically because I want him to take a damn picture. Period. I just wait for this shit. And sometimes, bro, sometimes Kiko, man, you have me waiting for the end of the week, bro. What's up with that, man?
Well, it depends on if there's like crazy, like work and family will sometimes prohibit me, or sometimes, yeah. I mean, I'll do a little bit better for you. I got some things in the hopper for you. You'll like tomorrow's as well.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Guys, I got one more topic for us tonight, and it's really about Mother's Day. We might have time for the Gandalf too, but I really want to hit something with regards to Mother's Day. Because, this show is all about collecting and fun and collecting community and all that. So I really have a question for you guys. How does your mom feel about your collection? Because I think this is really interesting to hear because, your mother's always going to look out for you, right? She's always going to want the best for you. And she's always going to try to understand what you like, even if she doesn't like it, right? Usually that's how it goes anyway. So I want to hear everyone's experience with their moms and their collection. If she's been supportive or maybe like had questions about it or just be like, I don't really get it, but I support you because you love it. That's probably the answer I'm most expecting to hear. But I'll start with Optical in this one. Optical, does your mom know anything about your collection?
She just owned me like 20.
It's probably because the game stream. She probably saw those and was like, nope.
Yeah, kind of like right now. It's like, hey, happy Mother's Day. Let me stream. All right.
I'm out, Mom. Sorry.
We're gonna have dinner. Let me stream.
Yeah, next year maybe we'll celebrate.
No, I don't think she cares. She probably it deep inside of her. She probably was like, "What is this grown ass man doing with all these stuff?" Like, why is the basement this look like this? She comes down. Was like, "Is this your kids' toys?" And I was just like, "It's actually mine."
No, Mom, the kids aren't allowed
in
that.
A glass case, but no, I'm sure that at this point, she probably doesn't care. But deep inside, she doesn't know how much they are. I mean, she does because sometimes she gives me one for like Christmas or whatever, and she like, all right, just like, all righty, there you go, enjoy your $200 doll, and then I'll just put in 3-0 because they're cheap, so they're cheaper than Hot Toys. But yeah, as far as my mom, she at this point, as long as she sees me that we're not struggling or anything, I don't think she cares. Would she rather give me tools in my garage? I'm pretty sure she does. Like, hey, would you like a power tool instead? But as long as I'm fine, I think she'll be all right. Now, if you ask my wife, then that's a different story. But with my mom, I think she's okay with it.
Nice. That's always a different question with the wife for sure. Yeah. So I want to go to Cam on this one. Cam, how does your family approach this? How did you could even go to the wife if you want. I don't know how she feels about your collection. Yeah. But how's this experience been for you?
It's been good, I think, for the most part. So my wife, I'll start with her. She's very supportive. There are a lot of figures that I have. She actually has bought them for me. Just
really,
is she buy them for me? No.
Okay. Because you can say whatever you want, Cam.
Like it's a gun to my head right now.
Safe space.
Better say
blink twice if you're in trouble.
My ass. No. It's Mother's Day. You better.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true.
Oh yeah.
No. So like. Her and my mom always asks about the channel. My mom's not really in the world of social media. So like she sees things and I'll post it and then she'll like comment on it and not know she's sending me a message and be like, love it. I'd be like, oh, thanks, Mom. Like, appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? So they always have my back about it. They know I've always been kind of artistic and, about the things that I like. So, it's great, man. Honestly, it's good to have support, when you're doing this and when you're collecting, because the last thing you want is to collect and everybody's like, that's stupid, man. I even had a cousin. My cousin reached out to me and she was like, oh my gosh, you collect 6 scales too. And I'm like, what?
No way.
That's crazy. And I looked at her collection, and she collects Barbies. I was like, hey,
Ouch.
Hey, don't hate on the game. Don't hate the game.
Those are the original 6-scale figures.
I know
Yeah,
they are.
Cam, you do kind of have officially family over here that do collect
that's
scale
true.
figures.
Exactly,
We're
bro.
related, so
You got it. You got to rock.
There's
with
blood
that.
relation. there.
we're all like we're all collectors, man. So now it's
Yeah.
like
You do.
it runs in the blood. It's like
It
what
does.
do I do?
It does. It
Yeah.
does.
It's so I mean, honestly, man, yeah, it's great, honestly, just to have that support from everybody.
Yeah, I think it's really great too. And part of this topic was inspired by Kiko because I saw his post with his mom. And like, Kiko, how has your mom approached this? Has she been? It sounds like she's been really supportive of you.
Yeah. I mean, I think someone said, what is family unless they don't, persevere along with you.
Yeah.
So all that to say is that, I mean, our first toys as kids, most likely was given to us by our parents, and so it's, we as collectors kind of morphed from playing with figures to just hoarding and collecting said figures. And growing up, just give a quick story, about my post. Growing up, my mom would take me, because there wasn't Star Wars figures when I was growing up. There was the vintage ones, but there was no Power of the Force. There was no Hasbro back then. So what they would do is, she would take me to the flea markets and garage sales, and you could find the old, Darth Vader bucket opening clamshell thing with figures inside, selling it for $2.50 because Star Wars was nothing back then. And then you'd go to the flea market and you'd find some of the rarer figures for like $15, real expensive. The original Last 17 for like $10, crazy stuff. But then Star Wars happened and it kind of got revitalized, and she would be the person that would take me to Toys R Us to go and pick up some different pieces. And as I got a little bit older, she was, like everyone has said, she's the enabler. And, if I'm a 10-year-old, 11, 12-year-old kid, I don't have no money to buy anything. She's the one buying all these things. And so it's fun to see that, here I am at 35 years of age. And so for birthdays and Christmas, it's not a, what do you want this year? She'll send you a Sideshow gift card. It's fantastic. But one of the things I loved is that I posted a picture today of the Funko years, and someone got mad at me on Instagram for made it look like I was hating on Funko. I wasn't hating on Funko. I was just saying, those were the Funko years. We've all done that. But she would go with me, and I'd, find my rare Chase convention exclusive for X amount of dollars, and she wanted to be a part of it too. So she'd pick up one of the $3 pops from the bargain bin, so that she could have one too. And so that's what it's all about, family supporting it. And I think someone else said, as long as you take care of your actual family and you aren't missing bills, taking food out of your children's mouths, to fund these things, have fun. And if you have a wife, a family, friends, anybody that, support that, that's just gravy on top, man. It's just all these things are just an extension of who we are and our childhood. I walk in there and I think of my mom when I walk in there, to be honest, thinking about all the things that, she's done for me and all the fun trips that we've made throughout life there. So not trying to get too emotional, but yeah, she's definitely been a big part of my collection for sure.
Nice, man. That's always great to hear. And there's some comments I want to address real quick before I get to Leo on this one. Like AJ said, it's hard for me to answer this question without hitting the feels, but long story short, she used to be against it since my dad passed away. So sorry to hear that, man. Condolences. He was big in A-list. She's really warmed up to it. That's awesome, man. That's awesome to hear that you have that relationship. And Loco Lou in the house. My wife has contributed to my collection. Oh, I know, Lou. I always see your wife or hear her in the background during the streams giving you advice and stuff. Absolutely. And there's so many good comments in here about, people experiencing great things as well. But Leo, man, how has your mom been with your collecting? It seems like she's been really supportive.
Oh man, she's been supportive since I was young. Being the aged one of the aged ones of the group. Again, back in 1977, my father, specifically took me to go see Star Wars in theaters. Which I shared this story once before. Basically, I saw Vader on screen, ran completely out of the theater. My dad came out, got me, and said, "You're gonna go back in here, face your fears, sit down, and watch it," because I had never seen anything. That was my first film ever when I was, you know what I mean. So, seeing that was incredible, and experiencing that with my family. Once I got into Star Wars, my mother made sure it's crazy because again, it's the power of moms is that they always believe that if you'll have before me, you'll never go without. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I know you love something and I know you're into it, I know you're artistically creative, I'm going to do that. She would make sure, even if it was like one of the figures, like pretty much, I remember one time I wanted, Bestman Luke, and she actually got me a Bestman guard. I still cherished it because I was like, it's still from Star Wars, whatever. Even now, she still shares, my love for it. I mean, she's a science fiction buff herself. She loves both Marvel. She loves Star Wars. Again, like I say, she was the one who actually just recently got me 2 Tusken Raiders. She just wanted me to have them because she felt as though it was something that she asked me if I do what I had and what didn't have. And I was like, look, these are ones I don't have, but I'm not telling you have to do anything. I don't want you to. I do it on my own. Like, I've been doing it this long. But she shares in the collection. She watches the show. She watches all the time. I told you she watches your show. She watches everything I'm on. She'll make sure that she watches. But again, in a mom, to basically make sure, like I told you, she was the one, when we first met, our first Christmas together, she basically got me the Panther throne, the throne from Black Panther. So she got me that. She got me Thanos. So she's been a very, very a great contributor to my collection and what I do. I mean, that's the people you want to have around you. So they don't look they look at you and they understand that this is something that you love. They walk this journey with you, and they'll fight that good fight with you and tell people, like, he's not weird. This is what he's into. You know what I mean? Other people are weird. You know what I mean? So yeah. I do that. But yeah, man, moms all day, every day, have been supportive. I mean, she's definitely, my family has been really supportive. The females in my family have been extremely supportive of my collection. So, they know what I've been into, things like this, for a lot of us have kept us out of trouble. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things I could have been doing, other things illegally that I could have been doing. But this is, my love for, just the art and the fantasy has kept me grounded. You know what I mean? So yeah. And actually I did just get a figure in the mail from, let me see, who's this from? Optical 20's mom sent this to me.
Oh, of course
he wasn't worthy. Oh yeah, so she sent me that. You know what I mean? So definitely, I appreciate that.
Yeah, but thanks so much, Leia. I knew your family was real supportive. And Dean, how was your family, man, with your mom and all that? Like, she appreciate the collecting? What's going on with that?
Yeah, before I get into that, Carlos, I want you to know we're here for you, buddy. He says Becca beats me.
Oh, yeah, he did say Becca beats me.
Carlos,
Broly, I was talking. I saw that comment. I started laughing. I was like, hopefully Al doesn't think I'm laughing at him.
Yeah, of course he did.
That was really funny. Yeah, my mom would travel the multiverse to make sure I was happy. Yeah, she's a huge supporter. There are times where I'm like, man, I really want this, but it's kind of out of my price range. And she's like, well, how much do you need?
Damn.
And she'll just, hand it over without even questioning it, Yeah.
Wow.
And my dad was a collector. He used to collect, like when they first met, he collected like Star Trek toys back in the fucking 80s, And I guess I picked it up from him, but I guess since she supported him, it kind of trickled down to me. And I mean, we would go to thrift stores and flea markets and garage sales, and always would look for Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
And she would either surprise me with it or ask me, like, is this a thing? Like, do you need this? Is this something that you could use? And yeah, she's always been that kind of enabler, I guess, in a good way. Even the other day, my PS4 for some reason stopped playing discs. I don't know. And I told her about it because it was bugging me. I was like, man, I can't watch a movie. I can't play any of my games if I don't have them downloaded. And like a week later, she's like, hey, I'm gonna get you a PS5. Just find it. And I was
wow.
Like, okay, sweet.
Moms, man.
That's what I'm saying.
You sure?
Yeah, and I was like, it'll be cool to have a PS5, but I was like, but then my sister's not gonna have a PS5 and we can't play games together. And she's like, okay, we'll just get her one too. And I was like, okay.
Dean's mom's a baller, bro. Come on now.
Yeah, dude,
Also,
she
I'm
goes
making sure
ham.
that Dean, I don't want to give his name out, his last name, so I'm checking to make sure that him and my mom are the same mom.
I know, right? I told Dean to
Yeah.
adopt me. He still hasn't. So.
Yeah. But
Let's see.
you know, she is also a collector in her own way. You know, she likes
Yeah.
shoes, dude. In
Yeah.
fact, the other day she got some like $2,000 shoes and like put them in a glass case
Wow.
and has them like on her.
Are they Dorothy's ruby slippers?
Bro,
know, right?
they're really
Wow.
beautiful. I don't know what they are.
I know,
exactly,
right?
but, like she has her own thing that she does, and I
that's
try and
dope.
contribute to her as well. Like if she's
Yeah,
like, hey, can you help me find this? I'll get on my apps and start looking, you know. Like I don't really know what I'm looking for, but you know, that's kind of what she does for me. So I feel obligated to do it for her as well.
That's
so
dope. That's dope.
she's just the biggest angel on the planet. And I'm sure all
That's
y'all
dope.
moms are great, but mine is obviously superior.
Yeah.
No, everybody thinks that
I
about,
got the
about
superior
their
mom.
and-
I know.
yeah, and that's
Yeah.
what today's about. So thanks for bringing this question up. Well, that's
Of
a really
course, man.
nice.
It's Mother's Day.
Everyone-
you know,
yeah,
Kiko's
it's-
post
it's
half
nice.
inspired it. It was
Superior
half
mom.
Mother's Day for me and half like I saw that and I was like, hey, maybe we could find
Okay,
a way.
way to go.
Yeah.
Kiko.
See? Yeah,
Yeah,
Kiko's
Superior
good
mom's
inspiration.
going to show up in the
that was
MCU.
wonderful.
I
It's
know,
nice
right?
to
Shout out,
see-
shout out to Mama Mel.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And
All
but
right.
guys, we're gonna wrap it there. So I want to go around to the panel again and thank you guys each for attending and contributing to this awesome discussion. Lael, man, what's coming up on 1/6 Scale, man? YouTube and Instagram.
Well, of course, you know we got that giveaway going on for the quarter scale Mando. A free giveaway, definitely. Like for those whoever basically wins this one, remember you haven't paid the $680 that I had to pay for this piece. Disgruntled, but anyway, still, it's up for grabs. All you have to do is subscribe and become a member of the 1/6 Scale Man YouTube channel. Also head over to Collector's Own Cantina over there with Marcos, become a member over there. You get a chance to basically win this piece. Yeah, it's a lot going on, man. Tomorrow's comic book talk with friends, so there's going to be a deep dive with, of course, you already know what it is, Multiverse, and also last episode of Moon Knight, which I was disappointed in, but we'll get to that on the show. Yeah, so we'll talk about that. Of course, Say What on Wednesday, so that's going to be interesting. Whatever release is out this week, it's going to be interesting to discuss it, so I can't wait for that one. Also, Thursday, followed by the Figure Flex Friday, where we will announce the winner of the Flex Wars. So I'll put a video up of the piece the pieces, because there's 3 of them that's going to be given away to the lucky winner. So yeah, stay tuned for that. So yeah, man, that's what we got going on back here for Collectors Lounge International next Sunday. To talk some, impromptu discussion where it's not rehearsed, it's not scheduled. We just, off the cuff decide that conversation. So yeah, stay tuned for that, man. So thank you for being here. Thank you for having me here, man. And and I enjoyed it. Tonight's discussion was so dope. So yeah, it was.
Yeah, man.
It was incredible.
awesome.
Shout out on the beard. Keep that beard going, bro.
Thanks,
I'm so
bro.
glad you're holding up with the beard. So just keep it going.
I'm going with it.
Proud of you. I'm proud of you, man.
Thanks, Cam.
Definitely
Appreciate
proud
it.
of you, bro. Keep that
Y'all
going.
have been a great source of comfort for this. So,
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Time for
Watch,
optical
I'm telling you, bro.
growing.
I'm telling you, bro. Your scale, I'm telling you, it's going to grow. The ladies gonna be like,
It
ladies,
is,
leave me
man. I'm
alone.
telling
Back
you,
off
the
me.
beard is
Leave me
helping, dude.
alone.
Because when you're bald, it helps that show you can grow hair somewhere. So you're
Yeah.
like, okay, let's grow it on the face here.
And plus,
So,
you don't have to be the one. You can get in your own feed. You have to be aware. You don't have to keep the celebration while the ladies be like, Kiko.
You're
Don't
right.
worry about that, bro.
It's the beard. It's the beard. My girlfriend did say I looked more sporty, so I don't know what that means. But
Okay,
No,
I like that.
I'm gonna take it
I
as
like
a W.
that.
It's
I
gonna
like
be a
that
W.
terminology. You
So,
look
yeah,
more
I'm gonna
sporty.
take it.
That's what it's all about. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right, man. Thanks, man.
All
So
right,
glad
dude.
to be
See you
here.
later.
Everybody
Thanks so
on the
much, man.
panel, love you guys, man. Optical, man. That's right. Optical. Your season's over, right? The season's over.
Gotta talk to my
You
manager.
lost, right?
Yeah, talk to his manager.
Oh, you're a
You're-
Philadelphia fan too, right? Yeah.
Actually, I'm out. Peace.
Yes, I knew Optical would go with that. Dean, dude, what's coming up on Collecting Weekly, man? Oh, he's gone.
Sorry.
He's
No, I
back.
hit the wrong button.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got our unboxing tomorrow. I was asking what we're unboxing. I'm not really sure. We usually do a figure unboxing, a statue unboxing every Monday night. Maybe 2 or 3, depending on who's on the show. Tuesday's our main show. We talk about figure news and pop culture news and what's going on in the community. Wednesday night, I think we're doing a ladies' night stream. So it'll be like all the wives and girlfriends of the hosts jumping on. I don't think we're going to be there at all. So Thursday we got, I believe, Small Talk, which they talk about smaller scale figures, Black Series, 3 3/4, Marvel Legends, stuff like that. Friday, what do we do Friday? Oh yeah, Collectors Club. We talk statues of comics, slabs. I think we got an interesting discussion between CBCS and CGC on like pros and cons if you're integrating comics. And then Saturday we got our D&D stream. We do a campaign every other Saturday. The Curse of Strahd, which is really fun. So yeah, we got a full week of content coming. So head on over to Collecting Weekly.
Nice. It's going to be a blast, man. I can tell.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Kiko, what's coming up?
Shout out.
What's coming up, Kiko?
So we got a busy couple weeks, honestly, man. We got real excited. I got one video that's coming out this week on the channel, but then on Friday is going to be the debut of Volume 6 of the Collection Tour. So Volume 6 of the Collection Tour is this Friday. There's also another video coming out Tuesday. So you get 2 videos this week, because then I'm going to take a quick vacation before I head to Celebration the following week, where I will be doing live streams every night with Order 66 Junkie on our Instagram Live. So if you want to see us completely intoxicated, inebriated, walking around like drunken fools at Disney World and at Star Wars Celebration, if you're at Celebration, obviously, make sure to come and say hello. I appreciate that. But we officially eclipsed 3,000 on YouTube. Yeah, 3,000 on YouTube, which is fantastic. There
you go.
You
get the applause.
That was nice. And we're getting real close to breaking through that 5,000 tier on Instagram. So that's where we do the toy photos and such. So trying to grow the channel, doing that thing, and always enjoy the live streams. And Will, now that I know it's not personal because you blocked me on Friday,
yeah, I did, bro.
that I'm back here, man.
Accidentally, though. It was accidentally.
I appreciate you coming on. And thank you for letting me have my hot Wanda takes tonight.
Of course, man. It's always fun. It's always fun to have the chat, even when we disagree. Most of the time we agree, but if we disagree, it's still fun. So, it's all good. But
we're
Optical, man. We got to break out of prison again soon, because
out of prison, man.
We're going straight back. I love Cam's comment too. Cam commented, he's like, "Y'all def going back to prison."
Oh yeah, the stuff y'all were doing, I was like, shaky, super shaky. Right. I was like, y'all didn't decide to get jobs or something. They were like, nah. Let's go straight back into crime.
We missed those glory holes and all that.
Yeah, we did miss the glory holes, dude. And we rode backwards down the stream. That shit was hilarious, dude. But what's coming up on your channel, man?
Not a whole lot of figures. I haven't gotten any, but gears. I have some gears coming up, some lights, sliders. Shout out to Cam too. He's using the 5-Fine. I think that's an Ampli game, right?
Oh,
nice.
Yeah,
dude. That mic is nice, and it's also not bad. So
it's good price.
Ampli game, yeah. But yeah, I gotta show you this slider. It's really good. But yeah,
okay, I gotta get
if you're
that.
into YouTube or content creation, you might like this. But if you're into figures, you probably won't watch it. So it's probably gonna get 20 views. So.
Hey, as long as you like it, it's fine.
Oh, and I'm a Jedi's Night Watch tomorrow. So
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, you're with Graham tomorrow. We got to get Graham on here soon. I don't think I've had him on before, so I gotta reach out to him. But yeah, thanks for joining Optical. We'll do some game streams here and there, I'm sure too. Yeah. So probably this week. But Cam, last but not least, dude, what's coming up on Cam's collection? No apostrophe.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thank you for having me here, man. As always, my Salisbury brother over there.
That's true, man.
Yeah,
hey,
man,
I can't believe that we were in the same city.
I know. That's so wild. Yeah, man. So I'm gonna drop 2 new reviews this week. I'm just gonna stop talking about what they are. I'm just gonna drop them so people just get surprised when I finally drop them. It's just been a busy, crazy week with work. This damn chip shipment from overseas is driving me crazy. So we're finally back and we're gonna drop some reviews. You guys can follow me at Cam_collection on Instagram, and on YouTube it's Cam's Collection, no apostrophe S. So if you guys look at your subscriptions right now and you see some guys selling YouTube videos about Yu-Gi-Oh and Jordans, that's not me. That's not me. Okay. And he's probably seeing, oh man, my views are going up right now, and I'm about to start doing some videos, even though I ain't been on this bitch for about 6 months. All right. So if you guys want to check out some figure reviews, come over to my channel at Cam's Collection. And thank you again, Will, for having me. Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, man, absolutely, man. So it's always a blast to have you on cam, and I was glad to hear that you were coming on because I knew you were going to, but then I was like, it's Mother's Day, I'm not sure, but
I know. Well,
I appreciate it, man.
the crazy part is, bro, I skipped out on a collector's lounge this morning because
Oh,
I was like, my wife is gonna kill me if I don't spend some time with her. So I was like, 12 o'clock, guys, I'm not gonna make it. I'm so sorry. So yeah, but I was like, yeah, I definitely gotta come on Will's for sure, though, bro. Appreciate it again, man.
Yeah, dude, absolutely, man. And guys, thanks again to this amazing panel. There'll be Lights Camera Collect every Friday. That's at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. Optical and I will probably do another Prison Break soon. I think we'll be able to finish the game on the next run. I think we're getting pretty close to the end.
I hope so.
I know you're getting really close to the end. And so we'll do that probably soon. And there's always Collectors Mingle like you're watching now every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then who knows what else we'll get into. Maybe Game Toys will drop something and I'll do another preview video. So then I can message Dean about it. So
Yeah, and then you trick me into coming on stream and talk about Batman again.
Exactly, dude. That's what I do. So that Tifa statue is an embarrassment to collecting. So it's
the best thing that ever happened to Final Fantasy.
I mean, I ordered it, but yeah, it's
yeah, Dean, whatever.
Put a hole in the back.
It's so
I saw it
terrible.
earlier today. I was like, oh, this is dirty, man.
It's a
What's
new
going
level,
on?
dude.
Yeah,
It's another,
like,
yeah. By the way, Mario in the chat, he said
Will,
Will was,
like,
yeah. Sorry, Dean, go ahead.
Kind of dirty, but I like it. I don't know what's wrong with it.
I was telling Will, I was like, I respect the character too much.
Right.
Like, I've known her since 1997. You know what I mean? Like, she's part of me. I couldn't do that to her.
Come
No.
on, Dean. Don't
So
tell me you haven't
bad.
Googled her.
Mario said I'm finally becoming a man. Dean,
9 years.
Carlos wants to see Dean's feet, and Carlos said something else that I'm not going to show. So, guys, we're going to end it there. Thanks so much for joining. Like I said, catch you guys in more streams. I'm sure I'll pop up on some of these guys' streams here and there. So, yeah, thanks so much for joining. Peace out. Bye.